everybody, and welcome back to the DawgPound podcast.
I'm Jadah.
And I'm Samantha.
And welcome back to the month of September. By golly, this school year's moving quickly.
Indeed-a-roni. Did you know that September is Suicide Prevention Month?
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why we're going to be titling this episode Mental Health Awareness.
Whoa, you know what really helped my mental health?
What?
HOCO.
HOCO helped your mental health?
Homecoming was so fun. I had a blast.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. What was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part was definitely doing the worm in the middle of the dance circle.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty awesome.
You ate that.
I did.
did.
How about you? What was your favorite part of homecoming?
My favorite part of homecoming was probably like the little like chill section with all the food and water bottles, so you could like still listen to the music, but it like wasn't blaring in your ears.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was pretty fun. It's also fun to like see all the teachers dressed up and like what they think they should wear to homecoming. So like some teachers are wearing like ball gowns, and then the other teachers are wearing like rompers and like a blazer.
Yeah, it was so cute. I love seeing the teachers dress up. They look so dapper.
Speaking of how fun homecoming was, let's head over to Samantha's Soundbites, where she asked students how they felt about homecoming.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Samantha Soundbites. In addition to the month of September, I will be asking, how was your homecoming and what was your favorite part of it? Did you go to homecoming?
Yes, I did.
What was your favorite part about it this year?
The mosh pits.
My favorite part was when they played Fiend, and I ran out into the tent and started jumping around like crazy.
Probably the food.
Probably going to Steak and Shake after. Homecoming to me this year was really made by the friends that I went with.
We got there a little late, and so the part was already bumping. We started a dance circle, and it was really fun. My friend did the worm. It was kind of tough.
I reconnected with my old friend that actually got transferred to the East. So it was nice to see him and to, hang out with him and all that stuff. Overall, it was really fun and pretty chill. I ended up staying for the whole time.
So let's talk about this month. What did we have going on? I know we had Coffee House.
Coffee House was a huge hit. It was our chorus fundraiser. That was pretty fun.
All the performers did absolutely amazing. Hey, I heard you performed.
Yes, I did.
How did that go?
Oh, it went amazing. I was very happy to help raise donations for our chorus.
Good. That's fantastic. Something else that's been happening this month is we had all our sports play. We still have our sports play. Go on and support them. Football, volleyball, softball, cross country, comp cheer, just to name a few. There's so many sports that are going on. Go out, support your fellow peers, classmates, things like that. Just go out, show out, and just, cheer them on.
Yeah, and it's pretty fun to show up to games too, because most all of them have themes. I don't know about cross country or softball, but I know that volleyball and football do sometimes. So dress up, show out. Be there, be square. We also had our senior and junior parent meetings this month. Talk to your parents about that, because some interesting information was given to them that can really help set up for your future.
Absolutely. We also had our fall break. Fall break was honestly amazing. I loved it. I needed the time to relax and refresh.
Speaking of fall break, we had one student, Angel, interview Dr. Young about fall break. So let's head to that right now.
What made us start having fall break?
That is a great question. I'm trying to go, let me think now how many years this goes back. I think we are now maybe 10 or 12 years into having this. I don't know the exact rationale of the people that did it 10 to 12 years ago. But I believe it was pretty much centered on, when you look at the highs and lows of student and teacher morale, when you look at productivity and the research that says that you've got to have some balance in life, and that you've got to, if you're going to go at something hard, you got to take a little break, and re-energize the batteries. I think that was part of the thinking that went into it. And when you think about, all the adrenaline and excitement at the start of the school year, you come out of the gate, you're all pumped up, and then that can actually be kind of draining. So when you get to the end of the first quarter of the school year, or roughly the first quarter, the first 9 weeks or so, it's an ideal place to take just a pause for a few days, recharge the batteries, let students that maybe out of the gate have gotten a little behind and need to get caught up, and yeah, I think what we've seen is it's absolutely met the mark. If that wasn't the goal, that should have been the goal, because that's really what we've seen.
So you think it's beneficial for the students and the teachers?
I think it's incredibly beneficial to both the students and the staff. And when you think about the teaching staff and all the efforts they put in, especially at the start of the school year, to get things rolling, in pre-planning and all the efforts that go into that, I think it's very definitely a benefit to them. And when teachers are at their best and they're doing their best job in the classroom, the students are the ones that are going to reap the benefits of that. And but I also think we see with students that one of the things you don't want to do is get behind the 8 ball and get behind, and having an early break like that is a great shot, for students that maybe no fault of their own get sick at the start of the school year, or maybe they move in a little bit late to start the school year late. Whatever the situation is, having a spot at the end of the first 9 weeks to get caught up has been really a positive for students.
So I've been asking some students around, and they said they feel like fall break is a little bit too early. Do you agree with that?
No, I think what you try to do, you can't make it necessarily always, with the calendar the way it lines up, a perfect spot at the end of 9 weeks. Sometimes a little before, sometimes it's after. I think what you want is some space in between the kind of the Labor Day, where you have a long weekend, at the start of the school year, and then you get that week at Thanksgiving. So trying to find a spot that's sort of, between those two to break things up a little bit for you, I think is some of the rationale behind that. You also have factors like the fair that's in town, and which is a big part of our community. You got your football schedules, that draw not only football players but cheerleaders and band, and a lot of parents involved. All those things that are factored in when you're putting the calendar together. But ultimately, it's just trying to break things up sort of in between the holidays that already exist.
So you think that that fall break falls in a good time?
I really do. I really do. And again, when you look at the staff, because it's also for staff as well as students, it's sort of, if you had a graph where you could see the highs and lows of energy and productivity and morale, at that when you sort of get towards the end days of September, you can sort of see everybody's energy levels bottoming out there. Sometimes you even see that in student behavior and spikes in discipline, that sort of thing. And so this comes at really, I think, the ideal time.
So do you think that fall break is good as all week long, or in your opinion, would you like it to be longer or shorter?
I think if you talk to 50 people, you'd probably get 50 different opinions on that. My original thought was that it just really should be like a 2 or 3 day break, like a long weekend extended. But I don't know that we used to see the benefits from having just a brief break like that, kind of like a Labor Day weekend sort of thing. I think at this point, a lot of our families have made this a great time of year to go on vacation and to get out of town. And because the rates when you go on vacations are a lot lower in the off season. And so as opposed to just doing it over a winter or Christmas holiday, or as opposed to doing it in the summertime, which are really expensive, this time of year is not widespread. And so it actually lowers the cost for people. And some people who've never been able to take a vacation, they can afford to do it because it's an off week. So I think at this point, even if we wanted to cut it back, I think most of the community would fight to try to keep it a whole week.
Well, that's all the questions I had for this. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come speak with us.
Yeah. Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure. Ask away.
Yeah, no. So what do you think of fall break as a student from your perspective?
From my personal opinion, I like fall break. I like how it's 9 days long, so we could get a little refresher. Because at the beginning of fall break, it's a catch up for all the work you have, and the second half of fall break is just having free time and all that.
So you had the answers to my questions before you even asked me, or you had the answers to your own questions before you even asked me. But what you just described there is exactly why we do it.
All right.
Good stuff, man. Well, good to meet you, Angel.
Good to meet you too, Mr. Young.
Thank you so much for that wonderful interview, Dr. Young. That was very insightful. I feel like fall break also really helps with mental health because it's just like giving you a week to decompress from everything that's already happened in the year. Although it's very early, it's just giving you a second to reset and refresh. You know
I
what
agree.
mean?
It's a nice little like middle ground in the school year first semester where it's just like you can just breathe and get yourself figured out again. Take your 5 deep breaths.
Yep. 5 deep breaths really help.
Speaking of 5 deep breaths, we actually have a meeting with Miss Cole.
Yeah, the lady herself who actually showed us that 5 deep breaths can help change your entire day. So we are going to bring her in now. Hello, everybody. Today we are here with the amazing Miss Cole. Miss Cole, how was your break?
My break was fabulous.
What'd you do? Anything fun?
I went down to the beach and I did some kayaking with some manatees and dolphins for a couple of days. So it's always great to connect with nature. So that was fun.
That's awesome.
Nice. Well, as we know, September was Mental Health Awareness Month. And so that's kind of what we've been talking about on the podcast. And as we know, you are the Wellness Center head, correct?
Yes.
So what is the Wellness Center? Can you explain what that is for the people who might not know?
So the Wellness Center is the place on campus that you can come and unplug and recharge. We were fortunate enough to create the Wellness Center back in 2018, and we've had over 19,000 visitors thus far. So it's really a place for you to reconnect to yourself, to unplug, to recharge, to rest, kind of reset yourself to get back out there, to do what you need to do to be successful during the school day.
Got it. So what's a good thing to do when you're stressed, and how would you manage that kind of stress?
The number one thing to do is to breathe. We are all shallow breathing, myself included. So our breath is free and it's always packed. We can't leave it or forget it somewhere. We can forget to use it, but we always have it with us. So your breath is your number one coping strategy. And taking deep breaths will help regulate the nervous system. And a way I like to think about it is your breath is the remote control of your nervous system. So your breath is your go-to when you're feeling a little out of sorts.
And what do you think the benefits are of doing the 5 deep breaths in the morning to start the day off?
So the reason that we ask you or invite you to do that is because 5 deep breaths will change the physiology of your body and change your emotions. So it changes what's happening in the body and it changes how you feel. You don't want to just do those breaths in the morning. You want to do them throughout the day. So the more that you take those deep breaths throughout the day, it's like putting money in the bank. So there's a cumulative effect. It builds up. So you can never take too many good deep breaths. Yeah. Like as adults, we should be breathing like ideally optimal breathing 5 to 6 breaths a minute. Mm-hmm. But if you check that out, like if you notice how many breaths you're taking for a minute, it's probably going to be like 12, 20, 22. It's going to be way more than you think, which means that we're really not breathing.
Yeah.
So if someone was experiencing mental health struggles, what do you suggest that how they handle that?
I think it's always important to ask for help. I think that we all need to remember that we're not alone, even though sometimes we feel like we are, that we're all connected and we're all in this human experience together. So I think it's really important to talk to somebody and let them know how you're feeling. Taking deep breaths, learning coping strategies, all of that is helpful. But I think when you're really in the moment of feeling like you're out of control and you don't know what to do or where to go, asking for help really shows strength and courage. It may not be the easiest thing to do, but reaching out to others 100% will help you.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything else that you think is important for people to know when it comes time to like mental health or like breathing, anything like that?
I think it's really important for us to recognize that we're very disconnected from ourselves. That I think a lot of times we don't realize how stressed and dysregulated we are. And that goes for everybody. That's adults, teens, children. The world that we live in is very go, go, go. And I think it's important to reconnect, ground, take those deep breaths. All of that's helping your physical body as well as your mental and emotional state. So I think that's one take, even for myself. Like, I have to practice what I preach, so to speak, because I don't have it all figured out. I just know that when I do these things, that I'm better able to do what I need to do for the day. So really taking inventory of, what are you thinking about? How are you feeling? Are you holding your breath? You know, why your body's always sending you signals. Like, we really need to stop and take the time to listen to that, because those signals are there to help us. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. I believe that mental health should be addressed more than it is. And so thank you so much for coming in and doing what you do at the school.
Absolutely. It's my privilege and honor to work with you guys. So thanks.
Yeah. So go visit her. Which hallway are you in?
I am in the Wellness Center. My office is in 1105. If you come through the Wellness Center office door and weave your way around to the back next to the well, which is our mindfulness space, it's open to everybody on campus. Students just have to have a pass to come in there and chill out. Beanbag chairs, sand trays, you know. It's a great place to like reconnect. But I'm always here for anybody that wants to have a conversation, or if you just need to sit with somebody. My office is always open to help. So don't be afraid to come and ask for it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much. That is all the questions we have for you today.
Awesome.
So we just want to thank you once again for coming on, talking to us, talking to everybody who listens to this. We just want to thank you.
You're very welcome. You guys take care.
Thank you so much for Miss Cole for opening our eyes to really like what breathing does for us. What do you think about that interview, Jadah?
Honestly, I think it was a really good interview. I think I have a lot of like good ideas on how to like manage my breathing, things like that, just to help my stress. I think is very insightful.
Yeah. I definitely didn't think that much went into like 30 seconds in the morning, but now it's like definitely going to be a priority for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I will definitely be using my 5 deep breaths very wisely, my 5 deep breath time. Now we're going to go to the students and see what they do to manage their stress or when they're feeling stressed. Let's head over to Samantha Soundbites.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Samantha Soundbites. For the month of September, I will be asking, how do you manage your stress? How do you manage your stress?
By laughing it off with my goofy friends.
I manage my stress by spending time with my friends and doing activities that I like. I play guitar and I color, and it's really fun and exciting.
I manage my stress by using the free time during lunch to talk with my friends and just sort of take that 40 minutes or so to calm down and just sort of recollect myself. Sometimes play Uno before going back to class.
I usually just think of something that makes me happier.
So I tend to manage my stress by doing something that distracts me. So, for example, if I'm stressed out about like a situation, I'll drive around and I'll listen to music, or I'll read a book, or I'll watch TV. But one of the biggest ways that I handle my stress is by praying, because I love God, and He always brings joy in my life, and that's what helps me handle my stress.
I like to go outside and like eat food and do things with friends outside, or like go ice skating, but preferably I go outside when someone's not cutting the grass.
I try to understand that like nothing has to be perfect, and that as long as you're doing your best, that's all you can do. Like, your best one day might not be the same as another. One day your best might be like a C on a quiz, and as long as you believe that that's the best you could have done, then I'm happy with it. You know what I mean?
I manage my stress by listening to some of my favorite music, and I also just, decompress by playing guitar and drawing and just doing the things that I like to do.
I really can relate to some of those people's like ways that they help manage stress. How about you, Jadah?
I can too. I think one of my favorite ways to manage stress is like swapping breathing. I don't know how to call it, but you hold one nostril, you breathe in through that one, you close that one, then you breathe out through the other. And it's like a full like circle thing. It helps calm you down. It's really fun to do. I think that's one of my favorite ways to manage stress. What about you?
I think my favorite, I know it feels very childish, but I love to play with like textured bracelets and just like mess with them and play with them. So I think that's the best form of fidgeting.
I also love blowing bubbles. Blowing bubbles helps with stress so much, and then I pop them.
Please do not bring blow bubbles into your class and just start blowing bubbles in the middle of a test.
No, don't do that.
It will not end well.
But do it at your house. Guys, trust me. Get like those little bubbles from the dollar store, and then whenever you're stressed, like...
Could you imagine being in the middle of a test and like you look over and the kid next to you is just, I can't do this anymore.
You know what? I think I'd stop the test and join him.
Actually, guys, I think this is a good idea. We should all start a test-taking, bubble-blowing revolution.
Don't tell your teachers we told you, though.
Yeah.
Another thing I'd like to do is like curl up into a ball on the floor and just like listen to music.
Okay, I wouldn't say curling up in a ball. I believe that floor time is very good for you because if you just lay with your chest up to the sky and breathe in a couple times, then it really does help clear your mind, clear your body of any stress or anxiety.
Right, yeah, I definitely don't just curl up into a ball. I do that too.
Crickets. Where are they? Ah, there they are.
But I do really like listening to music also. I think listening to music is really calming for me.
You know what else I think is really calming?
What?
Our singing segment that we haven't done yet. Are y'all ready for this month's singing segment?
This is an example of the music I listen to when I'm sad and curled up into a ball.
Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum. Good times never seem so good, so good, so good, so good. That was so good.
That was so good, so good, so good.
Oh my God, look at us go. Genuinely, this should become a singing podcast.
It should. Next podcast, we're gonna sing everything.
I think that the last year podcast people could never live up to our singing segment.
Oh, never. Alex and Alex, more like Boo and Booer.
I think Alex and Alex should come back for a sing-off.
I think so too. We're gonna have a next podcast segment. We're gonna have a pitch off with Alex and Alex. Just kidding, guys. We cannot promise that, but maybe one day it'll be fun if we all got reunited again.
It would be great if we could bring back Nikki from season 2.
Look at that, guys. We're gonna try to bring back our people. We'll try to bring back our people. Have a nice little collab.
The old generations meet the better generation.
This is getting a little lengthy, guys, and we don't want to hold you up for too long. So while logging off, we just want to tell you a couple of things. 1, seniors, make sure you're getting those dues in. See Miss Proctor. She's amazing. We love her.
Miss Proctor.
Yes, get those dues in, guys. You need to lock in on those.
That's another reason that you can be stressed, and it's just unnecessary. If you pay them now, then you don't have to be stressed about them. As well as if you go to the counseling office, anyone there will help you. If you're a senior, junior, freshman, sophomore, anything, they will help you with any sort of stress that you have.
Absolutely. Just remember, guys, we have a lot of resources. If you're struggling with any sort of mental health, any sort of stressors, anything like that, go to your counselors. They're absolutely amazing. If you don't know who your counselor is, you can either go to the front office to ask, or you can go online to the school website and find your counselor. It's listed by last name alphabetical order, so you can find it that way. But just remember, guys, you are all loved, and we love every single one of you.
Jadah and Samantha from the DawgPound podcast love you. And so just keep that as a little reminder while you're going through your day, that no matter what, you're always loved here at Forsyth Central High School.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, I'm Jadah.
And I'm Samantha. Thank you for listening to the DawgPound podcast. Catch you on the flip side.